Hey everybody, I know it's been a minute since I made a video and I got real busy with work and put my own personal side projects to the side, unfortunately. So I'm back talking about projects and why you need a project, what kind of projects to avoid, and what kind of projects you should be having in your portfolio. So why do you need a project? Well, I have worked at a boot camp. I have attended a boot camp, and I've tried the self-taught route before that. I had tried that, and it took me a long time to realize what kind of projects I needed to be building to get hired, and how to go about that. So first off, why do you need projects? A lot of people that I talk to that are career changers, they're kind of like, well, I need a certificate. I need a certification. How do I get this? I need all these certifications. And web development, which is what I know about, I don't pretend to know about other IT broad range of stuff out there, but like security, cybersecurity, and some other networking, that sort of thing. There are indeed some certificates that you just need to have, but as far as web dev, there really aren't any. I think there's one obscure one for Node.js or for JavaScript that's out there somewhere, but I've never seen that job interview. And it's only when you start getting up a little higher than entry level that you want to see like some of the cloud service certifications that are out there, and so on and so forth. This is in my personal experience, so feel free to correct me in the comments if you've seen something different lately. But it's not all about the certificate, and I'll give my favorite example. Let's say you are throwing a party and you want to have a photographer there. It's a big event. You want to have some nice photography. So you're hiring a photographer. One comes to you and they say, hire me because I've been to art college and I have this certificate of instruction in photography, or I've spent XYZ hours studying the principles of photography. And then you have another photographer on the other hand who comes to you and they say, hire me because look at my Instagram account. It is fabulous, and I just did a party like yours last month and it looks hot. Which one of those two people are going to get hired? The answer is the third person who has the certificate and the portfolio of fat photos in their Insta. But that's neither here nor there. You don't want to stress yourself up too much. That's a kind of treadmill that you could get on forever, going with certifications, getting a CS degree, all that sort of stuff. If you're hustling and you're out there trying to get your job and you need a job as soon as possible, try to make projects. Don't focus on gaining certifications if you don't have the time to devote to that or the money. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you distinguish yourself? And remember, a lot of applicants are not going to have projects in their application. So just having a project portfolio alone, that is going to distinguish you from other applicants in the job search. So you can build projects by following tutorials, and that's a good way to learn. But you don't want to just do cookie cutter projects. You want to have a link to a project page because some job applications are going to expressly say, put your name, address, email, put your link to your GitHub, put your link to your personal website. It'll have spaces for that. Put your LinkedIn profile link. Sometimes it will even be mandatory on some job applications, which is kind of irritating. But here's what Brad Traversy, he's like a project tutorial guru. He says when watching project tutorials, You want to build something new based on what you've learned. You want to add new features. Change the look, right? If you only take two things away from this video, one, of course, is to have a portfolio. The second thing is add new features to the project. I don't know, changing the look, yes, that's basic. You want to do that. And I'm going to make another video that's going to go into that. And kind of try to think about this as this is kind of like a life hack almost. Some people, when you have a job, you want to get a refund from a company or something, or you have a coupon, but there's this fine print. There's like a coupon code that you have to put in at the checkout. When you get to the website, the pop-up will say there's a sale, and then in fine print it'll say use coupon code whatever. And then when you select your product and you check out, if you don't put that coupon code in, they're going to charge you. And then you'll be trying to email them later like, oh, I forgot to put the code, and they'll be like, oh well. So some people just don't take that extra effort to read the fine print, so to speak, to go above and beyond. You're going to beat those people for those job applications if you have a portfolio with some projects in it. So, okay, so we've talked about why you should have a project and what type of project you shouldn't have, which is a cookie cutter kind of project that has not been changed at all from the tutorial that you followed. So next we'll talk about, well, if not a cookie cutter project, then what kind of project? And I'll talk about that in the next video.